Okay, welcome back everybody to another episode of Make Loud Not War Presents. Second Monday of the month, and that means it's time for the Sounds of Loud. This is where I'm going to share with you some of the sounds that go into the music that I make. We'll focus on effects pedals, we'll focus on recording techniques, we'll focus on different instruments. Today we're going to be focusing on the MojoMojo Overdrive. This is a pedal from TC Electronic, and we're going to be playing that. I'm going to spend a minute here to just kind of orient you to the signal chain that I'm using today. So going to start out, we're going to just start out with this 2 humbucker guitar here. And we've got 2 channels on the amplifier, on the modeling amplifier. So the first one is kind of a bassman style 6L6 kind of sound, and if we play on the neck pickup, sound like this. In the middle position, we'll have this sound. And down on the bridge. So those are our clean sounds. And then if we switch over to that dirt channel, this is more of a Vox sound. EL34s, I think, is what I've got in the model set up right now. Here's what we're going to be, neck pickup. Middle position. And finally in the bridge position. So that's kind of where we're starting. That's going to be our bass line. I keep the volume all the way up on the guitar, and the tone is basically disengaged. It's a minimum treble cut. There's probably a little bit of signal loss there, but it's turned all the way to the brightest setting. And for EQ on the amp, I've got everything turned up to about 3 o'clock, so almost dimed. I think this amp is primarily subtractive EQ, so this is giving us pretty much a flat signal response. Now we're going to take a minute, we're going to switch cameras, and we're going to go take a look at the signal chain and start getting some recording samples. Okay, so we've got the camera moved over, and now you can see the signal path. It's really pretty straightforward. I've got the tuner set up there. That's really just so I have a way to mute the signal as I switch guitars, which we'll do later on. We'll definitely plug in a bass. We might do some single coils. You can see the MojoMojo is right there in the center, and then I do have the noise suppressor in there. Don't really need it for the humbuckers so far, but when I switch over to single coils, or maybe even when I engage the MojoMojo, I might pick up a lot of interference because there is a lot of electronics going on in this room, and none of it's shielded all that well. Guitar is shielded pretty well. I put a lot of copper tape on the inside of this, but anyway, so we got that running there. It's just going to do a little bit of noise cut now and again. But let's go ahead and dive in and start listening to this pedal. So you can see right now there are 4 knobs on the pedal. There's a drive knob right here. There's a level knob. I've got this set to just about parity. If you want to use this as a traditional, just a boost pedal, you can turn it up a little bit more, but I leave it right there. And then we have bass frequency and treble frequency. So we got them both turned all the way down. And if we just play right now through the clean channel, middle position. We're getting a little bit of signal loss there, kind of a muted sound. This, I can't imagine that you would ever use the pedal this way. So let's turn that drive knob up a little bit. We'll turn it up about 1/3 of the way. Again, we're still on the clean channel here, middle position. Okay, so a little bit of tastiness there. Now let's push up the treble to about halfway with the drive engaged, still just about 1/3. So you can see that this pedal's starting to get a little bit of growl, a little bit of character to it. And if we want to, we can go ahead, let's crank up the drive a little bit more. So we're now at about 2/3. No change to the EQ settings. So it's got some hair on it. Let's go ahead and push up the bass a little bit. So we'll go right about in the middle there with the bass. So now we're kind of a flat signal response there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And there's 2 different voicings on this, so that's in the up position. If we switch it to the down position, same settings here. Not sure I hear that much of a difference. Let's push the treble up pretty high there, and let's hear it again. Still middle position. And if we cut the bass all the way out, still leaving the drive about 2/3, treble up pretty high. And we're still in the middle position here. And now let's go ahead and push the drive all the way to doom, treble all the way to doom, bass all the way down, and we'll kick it over to the bridge pickup. So the notes become a little bit indistinct there. You get kind of more of a wall of noise sound. Let's pull the drive back down to about 1/3. Still bridge pickup here. Still treble is dimed. I like that. That's got that old John Spencer, Pussy Galore, real kind of playing a guitar inside a metal trash can sound. I love that sound. I won't lie. So that's how that sounds. Let's go ahead. Let's go up to the neck pickup. Same setting right now with it all the way pushed up on treble. You can see the drive setting is still about 1/3. So the neck pickup still gets plenty of treble response there. We'll go with a little bit more bass, a little bit less treble, still neck pickup. So kind of more warm, woolly, Mudhoney, Super Fuzz, Big Muff kind of sound. We'll pull the treble down. Let's go ahead and throw the bass up about 3/4 of the way. really warm. That's a fur coat right there. Um, and if we do that same thing, a little more drive. Yeah, that's nice and thick. Nice, really powerful sound there. And if we kind of go for the HM2 settings, everything turned all the way up. Let's go in the middle position for that. Let's hear how that sounds. That's tasty. lots of things to play with there. So I think you can kind of see why I really like this pedal. I mean, this is all through a clean channel. So again, we turn that off. That's one pedal. That's one pretty cool pedal. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's get some sensible settings here. We'll go back to like about middle. Get it all pretty straightforward. And now we're going to go over to the dirt channel. So let's turn it off. Just reestablish our bass line here. So this is that basic Vox sound. So there's already a little bit of overdrive sound in that. So we don't need a ton of drive here. But if we turn it on, gets really thicky, really woolly, really dense. We'll pull the drive back a little bit, maybe pull the bass back. We're still in middle position. So I think the tonal response on this pedal is a lot more interesting when we're doing the clean channel. So let's go ahead and do an experiment with that. We're going to take a moment here, switch over to bass guitar, and we'll listen to how that sounds. All right, so we've got our bass guitar. It's a jazz bass that I built from a kit. So, you know, the components are not anything special, but they work for me, and I think they're going to do a good job of illustrating what we're about to do. So let's switch back over to the pedal cam, and we can start hearing some of the sounds. All right, so we've got the bass guitar plugged in now, and just to give you a sense of the clean tone, we're here on the neck pickup, and this is through the bassman sound, so it's so there's our sound, and if we go to the bridge pickup, same thing. Let's start that again. So we're playing through the same amp settings as we did for the guitar. I haven't changed the EQ at all, so we're not really boosting the bass frequency signals as much. Maybe we'll experiment with that in a few minutes, but for now we're just going to leave it the same as it was for the guitar. And let's go ahead and hear. Let's go ahead and hear the pedal. So engaging the pedal, we'll turn the bass frequencies up about a third of the, or just a little bit, drive up about a third of the way. We'll leave the treble down. So getting a little bit of growl there. Turn treble. We'll go pretty high on the treble now. See how that sounds. Again, still on the neck pickup. So getting a little bit more growl there. We can go ahead and push the drive up a little bit. You can hear a little bit of noise coming through, a little bit more gain there. So you can see we're still getting plenty of bass frequency in there, plenty of bottom end, but a little bit more articulation. And again, that's with no changes to the amp from the basic guitar settings. And here we are again, still neck pickup. Now the bass is on the pedal, the EQ setting is turned pretty high up. And now we'll just do the same settings on the neck pickup, sorry, the bridge pickup. And if we cut all the bass frequency on the pedal, turn the treble all the way up, neck pickup, and we've got the tone knob turned all the way up to full brightness now. Let's hear what kind of, trebly sounds we can get out of the bass. So kind of that rubber band sound. Pretty cool. I like that. I like it, kind of letting the frequencies fight against each other. So using the bass instrument, but pushing as much treble out of it as you can possibly get. That's all on the clean channel. Flip it over to the dirt channel, and you can hear a little bit of that hum. This one is not shielded as well, so I'm getting some hum off of my computer monitor. But here we are, same settings now, just on the dirt channel. So on bridge pickup, full treble, bass all the way down, drive up pretty high. And if we go for kind of a more middle of the road setting there, we got Does anybody else hear some Boris the Spider in there? Kind of got that ant whistle. Not that I could ever sound anything like John Entwistle, but getting that same kind of tonal vibe. And all right, so that's bridge pickup. Let's neck pickup through the Vox. You can see the EQ settings there, pretty flat. And if we just want to go for a maximum sludge, so we'll turn that tone knob all the way back down. We're on just the neck pickup here on the dirt channel. Got the bass frequencies all the way up, treble frequencies all the way down on the pedal. And what's cool is that none of these sounds is objectively better than any of the others. It really depends on what you want to do in your mix. So if you have a ton, like if you're playing, your guitar player is that that John Spencer, single coil in a metal trash can sound, then you might want this kind of really throaty, narrow bass response, so that it's not fighting and working against what's happening in the rest of your song. There are no right answers. Just try different things, see what works for you, and enjoy it. I think that's all we're going to do for today. I don't know that doing this on a single coil is going to teach us anything different, but you get a sense of how versatile this pedal is. I don't feel like I need another overdrive pedal. That doesn't mean that I won't get one someday, but for now, this one, if I just twiddle with the knobs a little bit, it never fails to give me something that I find really interesting. So feel free to check it out. It's a pretty affordable pedal, pretty easy to get. You can get them new. You don't have to buy them on the used market, and that's it. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and checking out what I'm doing here. As I mentioned before, please do hit like if you enjoyed this content. Feel free to subscribe. There's going to be new content every week. We're going to, like I said, we'll do Sounds of Loud every second Monday. We're going to do Hot Shit, which is looking at a new recording every first Monday. And then we've got interviews and live playthroughs and influences, a couple other different programming choices for the other Mondays. So every week there's going to be something new, but it will always be something different. And I hope that you'll come back and check out what I'm doing. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Feel free to leave a comment. I promise that I'll read all of them and respond wherever I can. And take care, everybody. Peace.